Remember when Luke was training with Yoda and Yoda was trying to get him to raise the ship out of the swamp, using the Force, using that energy? And Luke couldn't do it because he kept saying, well, it's not possible. It can't be done because he was looking at the real world limitations.
So our episode on meditation reached so many of you that we received many emails with questions on the process. And today we're absolutely thrilled to answer some of those. For instance, what is our way of reaching the wish fulfilled in our imagination? And the answer to that is by thinking from the end. So basically, do not imagine the process, imagine the arrival. You have arrived there already. And don't imagine the journey, imagine the result. What does that mean? Everything that you would feel or do had you had your wish fulfilled already is what you need to focus on. So once you're in your imagination, focus on the feelings that you're experiencing, such as joy or happiness, through your senses. What are you smelling that makes you feel good? What are you seeing that is putting a smile on your face? Who are you talking to? What kind of feeling are you having? This sensation of achievement, of joy, of accomplishment, of full heart, full soul, because you have achieved your goal. And what actions would that inspire in you, right? Because after all, you're after a feeling. So you know your goal, focus on the feeling that would give you, and then create a scene, a dramatic scene for yourself that brings you joy from that state of the wish fulfilled. And once you're done, know that it's a fact. You have entered there with knowing that you are that which you want to be already, or that you have that which you want to have already. And on your way out, just say to yourself, è fatto, it's done, it's written. Whatever language you speak, I'm sure in your language you have a word that it's expression that is implying exactly that it's a fact, that it's a done deal. Use that for yourself in order to seal it, to make it real. Bring it home and operate from that point of view.
In our video on meditation, we gave you the way of getting there. And so once you're there, you have to make it as real for you as this table is, as this chair is. You have to feel it in your mind when you're imagining it, when you're telling yourself that story. And all of the things that are happening, the story that you're telling yourself, the people that you're encountering, the things that you're smelling and tasting and touching, they have to be the result of the achievement of the desire that you had in the first place. So they're all positive things. They're all things that ignite a certain type of pleasure for you. So if you are imagining yourself in a great relationship where you're with a person that you love and you wake up with them every single morning, why do you want that? Why do you desire that? Because you can't just say, I want this, and then you're just chasing it, right? When you're telling yourself this story in your imagination, imagine waking up in the morning and go through all of the parts, hit all of the bullet points of why and where you desired this in the first place. What is it that makes you feel good about it? And go through this like that. Go through the entire story for yourself. And then you've made it real for yourself. And then you have to come back and you embody that state, because you know that the outer world is going to rearrange itself in order to meet your inner world. So you have to have that feeling inside first. And then depending on how long you can dwell in that, that's what you're going to see on the outside. So, and any point of doubt throughout your day where you begin to doubt why something is not going to happen, again, because you're looking at the facts portion of it, which are always catching up to the imagination portion of it, right? Because everything that appears here was first imagined here, and then you bring it in. So every time you doubt yourself, you're taking a step back. You have to maintain the faith throughout. So you have to hold that state of being for as long as possible.
You cannot allow yourself to doubt, because if you do, literally one moment of doubt can ruin hours of imagination of joy and fulfillment, and then you need to start all over again. So every time you catch yourself that doubt is creeping because you're not seeing the results of your vision tangible yet, our advice to you is to revisit your vision. And if you do it on daily basis, you'll be feeding your faith, and that way you will be diminishing your doubt, and you're not going to get to a point where through your doubt you ruin everything and you got to start from the get-go, right? So daily meditation takes 10 minutes of your day, but it's the best part because you're literally rewriting the story of your life the way you like it, and you're creating the future of your dreams that way. So it's worth it. Those 10 minutes are worth it. Believe me.
And that's the power of your imagination. In your imagination, you're not, chasing something that you want. In your imagination, you're embodying that which you already have.
Yeah.
That's the real secret there.
You have to accept it. Accept it that you are already that person. You cannot fight it. You cannot be, but I'm not. I'm this and this and that. Meanwhile, I wish to be this and that. No. You have to say to yourself that you're exactly what you want to be. Accept that. You have to open the heart to that truth, right? To receive it. Because until you're standing there claiming that you're not it yet, you're never going to have it. You're never going to be it, right? So shift perception. Everything is about a point of view, and that point of view needs to be changed.
You desire something for a reason, right? Where did that come from? Why do you desire something? Yeah. I think it's because it it already exists. And so what you need to do is align yourself with that particular desire. Align yourself with having fulfilled that desire already. Because if you're aligning yourself with a state of not having what you want or a state of lack, then it's almost like you're constantly chasing. And you're going to be chasing it away from you, because you're supposed to really stop trying to control the process, stop trying to get all the things that you want, but prepare the soil and let it come to you. That's how I think it is.
Yeah, definitely. It's easier to say it than do it, but practice makes perfect. So just like anything else, just like a muscle that you're working when you're working out, or a skill that you're trying to acquire for yourself, practice makes perfect. It won't happen right away. Maybe it won't happen on the 10th time, on the 20th time, but then it will happen. And when it does, it's so sweet. It's so sweet, and it just gets better and better. It's just a matter of time and faith in yourself.
It makes me rethink that whole, the Force in Star Wars. It makes sense to me in a different way now. Remember when, Luke was training with Yoda, and Yoda was trying to get him to raise the ship out of the swamp, using the Force, using that energy. And Luke couldn't do it because he kept saying, well, it's not possible. It can't be done, because he was looking at the real world limitations and he was judging that. So whenever you're in a state of judgment, you're coming from a state of ego in a way. And then Yoda says, you don't judge me by my size. That's not what it is. And Luke can't do it. And then Yoda does it, and he lifts the ship out of the swamp, not because he's done it before, but because he already worked from the state of having known it can be done and that he can do it. And then Luke goes, well, I can't believe it. And then Yoda says to him, that's why you fail. Yeah. Everything is faith. If you don't believe that it can be done, it cannot be done.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to go into your mind and clear everything out and have a blank canvas and to write the story that you want, minus all of the traumas, minus all the things that you've been told, minus all of the things? Just take everything out. It's an exercise.
Make it yours.
It's an exercise. This is your imagination. This is yours. This is for you. Nobody's in there. It's just you. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's telling you what you can think, what you can say, who you can be, what desire you can have, what you wish to accomplish, how you want to feel. Nobody can tell you these things. And you're not saying these things out loud either. So there is absolute, and you certainly can't be judging yourself. And if you are judging yourself, obviously, it's not that easy to let it go, but understand that you can, because everything is a choice. You can rewrite your own story. All of these influences are influencing you, but you can do it. That is the place to do it.
It's amazing. You have this within you. It's your magic power. So use it. Use it to your advantage. Use it every day. Use it until you become master of your imagination. You master it so well that you can manifest instantly anything you want. How awesome is that?
Ask yourself this. In what state are you dwelling in right now?
Yeah.
In what state are you dwelling in? Because you know that the state that you're dwelling in for most of the time is the way that the reality is going to, that the outer world is going to arrange itself. So when you wake up tomorrow, dwell in the state that you have already achieved all of the things. How would you live? How would you brush your teeth? How would you call your parents? How would you speak to your friends? How would you speak to your kids? How would you speak to your love? What would you do? You already have all of these things. How would you act?
Embody it. Embody it. Embody that version of yourself. Think it, feel it, act it until you become one with it. And operate from that point of view. Each time before you do anything or say anything, stop yourself and think, well, what would that version of myself do or say in this situation? It's an interesting exercise, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it.
Remember, this is not taking on false assumptions. This is nothing that you have not already felt in your imagination first. So it's meditation. You're in your imagination. You have the blank slate. You write the story with the feelings, and you make it as real for you as possible. And then you act as if you already have everything that you have, because you've already felt it, which means that you have. The outside is going to catch up.
You got this. Let us know what you think. Email us with any questions you have. We'll be thrilled to answer them, and we'll see you next time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Have a great day.
You too. What do you mean you too?